Look, let's be real. For a decade, the genomics industry lived on a diet of cheap money and hype. But 2026 is here, the party lights are on, and the cops have been called. This industry looks solid from the outside, but we found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. Today, we're dissecting why the titans of DNA, Illumina, 10x, and Bio-Rad are fighting for their lives. First up, Illumina. They just went through a corporate divorce from GRAIL that cost them billions. Now they're back to their core business, but they're quote 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 quote. Think of it like selling your Ferrari to pay the rent on your house. They're making less money now, but they're finally stopping the bleeding. 10x Genomics is the Ferrari of the lab world. Pure speed, beautiful design. But they're running out of gas. When you spend half of every dollar you earn on cool new ideas while your piggy bank is shrinking, you've got a problem. They've spent enough on lawyers lately to buy a private island. By 2027, that piggy bank might be bone dry. Then there's Bio-Rad, the boring landlord of the industry. While everyone else gambles on tech, Bio-Rad collects rent from hospitals. 60% of their business is selling blood tests and clinical tools. It doesn't matter if the economy crashes. People still get sick, and Bio-Rad still gets paid. They are the safe room for your money in 2026. Let's talk about China. It used to be an infinite money button. Now, it's a geopolitical trap. Local competitors are eating the Americans' lunch, and trade wars are making shipping parts as hard as smuggling contraband. Illumina's slice of the Chinese pie is shrinking fast. In 2026, if your business depends on China, you're playing a game with very sharp corners. Innovation is being held hostage by lawyers. There are 14 active lawsuits between these companies right now. Imagine spending years building a better mousetrap, only to have a judge say you can't sell it because of a patent on the spring. This legal traffic jam is costing shareholders $150 million a year. The lawyers are the only ones winning this war. You've heard of the $100 genome. It's great for humanity, but it's a nightmare for the people selling it. Profit per item has dropped by over 8% across the board. These companies are moving more boxes but taking home less cash. It's like running a busy restaurant where the food is so cheap you can't pay the chef. Volume is up, but the soul is leaving the balance sheet. So what's the plan? A brutal diet. Every major player is cutting fat. Illumina cut 15% of its staff. 10x is trying to save $100 million. The goal is to reach 2026 with enough cash under the mattress to survive. If a company isn't on a diet right now, they won't make it through the winter. It's survival of the thinnest. Let's look at their, quote, defense walls. Illumina has a massive moat because once a lab buys their machine, it's too expensive to switch. 10x has the innovation moat. Their tech is the coolest. But Bio-Rad has the cash moat. In 2026, having a tall wall won't matter if you don't have enough supplies inside the castle to wait out a siege. Where did the money go? In 2025, for every dollar of profit made at the factory, only 20 cents actually reached the bank. Half of it was swallowed by thinking money and lawyer money. This industry has a leak, and until they find some duct tape to seal the R&D and legal costs, the bottom of the bucket will stay dry. But it's not all doom and gloom. We're seeing a convergence. Illumina provides the engine, the sequencing power, while 10x provides the map to see where diseases actually live in the body. When these two work together, we get precision medicine. This isn't just science fiction anymore. This is the revenue driver for the late 2020s. Software is the secret weapon. Most labs don't have enough brain power to analyze DNA data. By making software that's science for dummies, these companies can charge a monthly subscription. Subscription money is 80% profit. That's a lot better than selling a machine once and hoping the customer buys some chemicals later. Here is the roadmap to the finish line. We need Illumina to stabilize its chemical sales by early 2026 and 10x to stop fighting in court. If they hit these milestones, the sector recovers. If not, we're looking at a massive wave of bankruptcies and fire sales. The clock is ticking. Look at this bubble chart. 10x is in the danger zone. High growth but high risk of running out of money. Illumina is the heavyweight, trying to turn around. Bio-Rad is the stable giant. If you're picking stocks, you're picking between a wild ride, a slow recovery, or a safe landlord. Choose wisely. Our counterintuitive verdict: 2026 won't be won by the smartest scientist. It'll be won by the person with the best spreadsheet. In a world where money is expensive, being, quote, efficient is a much better defense than being, quote, innovative. Don't invest in the coolest science, invest in the boring execution. The company that manages its warehouse best wins the war. If you need deep data that goes beyond the headlines, you need HDIN Research. Contact us at sales@hdinresearch.com for custom reports. Don't just follow the crowd, lead with the data. I'm HDIN Research, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.